Good evening, my name is Garrett and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is Gold Spot Irish Whiskey, coming in at 51.4% ABV, 9-year age statement. Now, this is a special release for their 135th year anniversary, and as you see, I am a Spot fan. More recently, I actually grabbed the blue Spot. It was a freak accident situation there. Same thing with this one. I just so happened to be in the neighborhood of somewhere that actually had got a few of these in stock. And already the secondary market is booming on price on this. So I knew I had to grab it while I could. The interesting thing on this one, I got to read it off here because they use a combination of barrels. Essentially, they spent 9 years in a combo of mixed ex-bourbon casks, sherry butts, port pipes, and Bordeaux wine casks. Now, the more curious one, which I'll put a picture here, is what a port pipe is. And it kind of looks like a standard barrel, kind of tapered off edges on there, almost like a rolling pin kind of concept to it. But the concept of going through that many different casks to get this beautiful age statement from them, I was super excited to try and I wanted to share with you. So as always, we're trying it two different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add a drop of water, see what changes up. But yeah. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hang around, pour yourself a glass. Got tons of Spot reviews coming out, and we'll be doing some A/B comparisons on all the lineup. Actually, one night, the wife and I went through the whole lineup to kind of see where we were, and that was prior to me having the blue and gold. So it was a really fun night, but now we'll have to do it again. Darn. Beautiful dark color. I mean, that is golden dark. Almost like a rich, dark honey. All right. Let's go for notes. Oh. The ABV does show up just a tad bit. But you get this beautiful, the Bordeaux wine casks are playing with this so well. Deep, rich fruits. Very, very fruity. Almost like dark berries. Bit of vanilla. Spice. Definitely. Almost like a very luxurious dessert almost. But not like sweet, but like almost like a cobbler concept to it. Yeah. But I love what the Bordeaux wine has done here. And I've had a couple things done up in Bordeaux wine. And it gives it a beautiful fruitiness. The port pipes are going to add a layer of that dark fruit in there. Same thing with the sherry casks. And the ex-bourbon are going to bring in that sweet vanilla a lot of times. Maybe a bit of peach in there, a little orchard fruit going on. And deep down in there, you do get some of that classic Irish, a little butteriness, that little bit of that shortbread cookie note in there. But beautiful spices up front, mixed with those dark, rich fruits, dark berries. And some orchard in there. And a little bit of almost like a wine dryness, too. Oh, that nose is gorgeous. All right, let's go for taste. Drinks almost like a wine as well. Dry up front. But then this big burst of fruit comes through. Rich fruit notes. Berries and orchard are mixing up so well. Like deep red now, almost like a red wine. But there's a little underlying layer of sweetness, bit of vanilla in there as well to help cut that. The spice characteristics that are coming through are very subtle, but they're present. ABV really isn't there. It does have a little bit of the warmth to it, but it doesn't have the deep, rich heat from a higher ABV whiskey. And most likely it's all been aged out because of that 9 years being incorporated into this. Almost a toasted quality going on as well. Like slightly charred berries with that bit of spice going on there. It's very much like a cobbler concept, but not using any sweetener, just going straight fruit and letting the fruit speak for itself. That's what's going on here. It coats the palate very well. Brings in a lot of those deep, rich fruits, bit of earthiness, but the dryness from that wine casks, and I'm going to also assume that port and the sherry casks incorporate to bring out that little bit of dryness like a wine would. It's good. It's rich. It's definitely one of those pours that you don't want a lot of because it almost feels like you're getting that huge big bowl of rich, decadent ice cream and you can only eat about half of it because you're like, I'm tapped out. To me, that's what Gold Spot is. It's great, but I want a small amount of it to really take in what Gold Spot is bringing to the table. All right. Curious what a little water will do. Under most circumstances, adding water to an Irish kind of makes things go diluted, but I've never added it yet to a higher age statement or a higher proofed one for the most part. Maybe from time to time, but it's not been too common that we get too many high ABV Irish here in the States. We're seeing some more of them show up, but they're still relatively not too common, at least not for my market. All right, let's go for nose. Ooh. Yeah. So it does go a little mute. A little ethanol does show up on there. It actually goes very mute. Wow. Maybe a little bit of spice. But all your characteristics, the fruits, the wine cask influence is all washed away just with that little drop of water. Yeah, that is, honestly, you really don't get much of anything. Again, maybe just a little bit of spice. That one a lot more transparent than I expected it. All right, well, let's go for taste. Yeah, wow, that goes really simple now. It speed runs all your flavors. But you do get a bit of almost a cocoa sweetness now, like a chocolate sweet. The berries are showing up a little bit as well, but they're definitely not a dark berry, more just your common berry patch note. Get a bit of spice, get a little bit of the berry patch note going on here, a little bit of vanilla sweetness, almost custard-like sweetness. But the wine influence here has been washed away. Maybe a little bit of dryness left, but your deep, rich fruits, your berries, all that is gone for the most part. It goes a lot more simple, and honestly, if you had a glass of this and you go, maybe this is a little too potent for you, start here, add a few drops of water to really kind of mellow it out. Just be aware that the nose almost goes transparent and you lose out on a lot of those characteristics that really make this whiskey what it's meant to be. But as always, it doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. It's not bad, but definitely the neat version's the way to go. All right, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. I ended up grabbing this for $114, and I was very happy with that. The only other time I seen this for sale was at another place for $130, and they refused to sell it to me. Supposedly it was already on hold, which made me sad. But now it doesn't make me sad because I saved myself $15 more. I've already seen websites online go as high as $250, $300 plus. I obviously don't think it's worth that. I honestly would pay more for it. I'd probably pay up to $130 and be okay. I probably wouldn't top out too much higher, maybe $140, because it is kind of a celebratory whiskey, being it's their 135th anniversary. We don't know if they'll keep the 9-year age statements around. It may come back, it may not, who knows? But I have to say, it's amazing. It's a really great sip. If you get a chance to try it, do it. If you get a chance to buy it reasonably at, I would say, less than $150, I would say do it. And I put it that way because usually in my market, when I found Red Spot tends to be about $140 in my market. Yellow Spot tends to be about $100 to $112. Blue Spot, when I bought it, was right around $100. Green Spot I can usually get in about $60 to less than $70. So yeah, I would put this up there with the big boy of the Red Spot being about $140 price range. I wouldn't complain about it. It's a limited edition, so you're always going to pay a little bit more. But I think, honestly, $114, it's a great bottle, and I 100% recommend it. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Gold Spot Irish Whiskey. If you have any question about the bottle itself, Let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I need to go hunt for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may our last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, I even like it might